What's up, y'all? My name is Juan, man, from East Coast Magazine, man. I'm here with Lakeisha Sutton.
What's up, Juan?
What's good? What's good?
Finally linking up, finally.
Linking, man.
We've been trying to do this for a minute.
Yeah, she been on tour, handling what she got to do, man, impacting lives, impacting, for me, youth. She just had a great event, you feel me, a fan favorite event, definitely with, women's basketball, bringing back the community. Just talk a little about your event today and what fan favorite represents.
Yeah, so today we actually gave away 50 basketballs. The Harlem Globe Trotters and Baden Sports donated 50 balls to the West Ward Center. Yeah. And I was able to dress up in uniform and give them to the kids. The mayor came out, not the whole city, but a lot of people came out.
Right.
A lot of donations, water, rice, food for the kids. And I kicked off my league here, the Fan Favorite League.
Okay.
So I wanted to start with women, being that I still play. And a lot of people are always asking me, when can they watch me play? So now you guys can come to the West Ward and watch us play. Yeah. And Ramona's going to get the men's league kicked off. We're going to have a youth league and just really kind of growing the brand and letting the community be a part of it.
Wow. And I think that's dope because, I'm from Trenton myself. And,
I would have never known.
Yeah, you're right. I'm from Trenton myself, and growing up, man, I hear a lot about you, especially being a role model, definitely coming from Trenton Catholic Academy, and definitely, making it to go to Division I, because you know where we come from, and we come from an urban city, right? And then sometimes the light that's on Trenton, that's sometimes not in a good, in a good set. So, I feel like you doing what you're doing is definitely bringing women awareness, or not even that, just everybody as a whole knowing that it doesn't matter where you come from, it's where you finish.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's my favorite part about pushing Fan Favorite and really advocating for ownership and entrepreneurship and just kind of being yourself, because we're told, like, make friends, be a leader, but sometimes it's okay to be a follower if you're following the right people.
Right. And
so for me, I just want to be a living example that you can be from where we from and still have an education or treat people with respect, or, create your own opportunities, because we get overlooked by New York and Philly. So I know you guys are doing it too, like bring events to the city where people got to stop in Trenton before they go to New York or Philly.
Right. So you're trying to make this basically a name where people are like, I want to tour here, I want to visit here.
I got to come to Trenton,
I'm trying to avoid it. Is that what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah, because I like playing in different celebrity games and just being on tour.
Yeah.
People always ask me where I'm from, and when I say Trenton, they never believe me, and so that's why I'm still here.
Isn't it crazy why people look at the same way for me? I don't have to represent where I'm from, but that's where I'm from. I'm not ashamed of
Where do people think you from?
People just think I'm from Philly or Camden. I'm like, no, I'm from Trenton. They're like, you from Trenton? I'm like, yeah, I'm from Trenton. You feel me? I lived there all my life before I went to Rutgers, Camden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how people just sometimes look at you like, are you from Trenton? I'm like, yeah.
You wonder, what does Trenton look like, right?
Yeah, everybody's a opinion. I'm like, yo, it's not that bad, man. It's good people around. The news, shows different things, but it's not, everybody's not like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot of talented people.
It is, a lot.
A lot of creative geniuses. They just don't have the platform to express themselves, and that's why I think what we're doing is great too, because we give people a chance to show who they are, show where they're from, and what they're capable of offering the world.
So that's your mission of Fan Favorite, man. Trying to, what's the general goal of Fan Favorite?
The general goal of Fan Favorite is to inspire people or to motivate them to be who they are, and to pursue what they believe in. Period. I play basketball, so a lot of my stuff is centered around basketball. But I use basketball as a catalyst to do other things like music, like designing my own sneaker, designing an app, helping my friend with her production company. And so whether you play ball or not, you are a fan favorite, you have a gift, you have something that you're passionate about. And I mean, we're just going to motivate you to keep doing it, because some people that's going to talk about it and we actually going to do it. So if you repping fan favorite, I'm going to make you do it.
Simple, right? And that's the general goal. And I think that's dope that, you're trying to help young millennials make it up. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean where you come from. It's about how you finish. And so how does it feel, I know you with the TCA, what have you learned on this journey coming from high school to going to South Carolina, and then, you going pro? So what have you learned this far,
Like about life or ball?
About life. Because I know ball helps you learn about life.
Ball helps with life.
Yeah.
I think the biggest lesson that I learned that stick with me is you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So, when you walk into a room, hold your head up. And it's okay to talk to people. It's okay to be nice to people. And I think in our generation, we're so competitive And instead of just supporting people, people like to compete or kind of like they watching, but they never want to acknowledge it. And so for me, I'm like, I gotta show love. If I'm inspired by it, I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna support. I'm gonna share resources, share information. But the biggest lesson, because I'm rambling, is just being kind and being who you are.
Right,
like
definitely.
Being myself helped me get to this point.
Right. And so, do you feel like people need to support people more? Like, you know, that's sometimes like the problem. Sometimes nowadays people don't really support.
I think that people support, but I think it's like if they see somebody else supporting, they feel obligated to support.
Wow.
And I think for the people that's doing stuff that's looking for support, if they just start by investing in themselves. I meet a lot of people that want to have clothing lines and brands, and I'm like, bro, you're not even wearing your shirt, so how serious are you? So for me, it's just like, I never asked anybody to wear a fan favorite shirt. I never was like, shout me out. It's just organic love. People are motivated and inspired by it. So I think that if people did support more, we can do more to strengthen numbers. But if you got one person, that's all you need.
That's all you need. Because I ain't gonna lie, look, right here.
I don't even have this shirt right here.
I have this shirt. Look, let me tell you right now. Shout out to my boy Ramon. You know what I'm saying? Grew up with that guy, man. Really my brother. I would say, man, I asked for this. I ain't personally even know you. I
appreciate it.
But I love the movement. Always trying to support, you know.
What made you wear it? Because Ramon asked you to wear it.
I've been wearing this. I used to wear it playing basketball, all that stuff. Everybody used to ask me, where you get this from? I'm like, I show them to you.
I think I remember it now. Because Ramon used to be like, yo, Keish, you got a shirt? I'm like, bro, I just gave you a shirt. But he would always come back to get more, and I never knew, like, who was buying them.
Yeah, because, you feel me, I was trying to expand it through.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
More. Yeah, so I had this joint for 2 years. Got some buckets in this shirt, you know what I mean? So it's all love.
And that's I think that's the coolest part is that I've never worked a job before, so my job literally, I wake up and just do whatever I want every day. And I see a lot of people wearing it or like that know about it, and it's weird because I'm never home. So I'm like, who sold you that shirt? How did you even get that? But then I have an incredible team that they have their own fan bases, they have their own passions, and we all do what we do individually, but it works because it builds us collectively. So that's my like most proud moment of the whole brand.
So how does it feel like, you know, you really influencing people? Because I didn't even know you, and I copped it. To be honest, right? So how does it feel that you really influencing people, and it's like your brand? Like, you know what I'm saying? How does it feel?
Honestly, I don't feel like it's my brand. I feel like if you wear it, then it's our brand.
Our brand, right.
Because, I mean, for me, as a basketball player, I've never been a selfish player. I've always been selfless. I'm a pass-first person. But it is kind of cool because people are like, oh, you got a YouTube channel? You on Google? How do I buy your clothes? And for me, I haven't shopped in the mall in like 5 years. So, I mean...
It's self-explanatory right there.
Yeah, it's cool if I got to get a dress or some business casual clothes, I'll cop it. But every day I wake up, I'm wearing fan favorite. Like, tatted, necklace.
Like, them jerseys tough.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ruben.
Yeah.
Ruben, straight from the Philippines. Yeah, we're taking fan favorite to the Philippines and Haiti this year. So
well, congrats.
Thank you.
That's big. Now, that's big, man. That's so big, man. Coming from where we come from, and you know, branching out, showing that you overseas and stuff. That's a big deal. It is.
Yeah.
So what was your biggest moment, you know, in high school? When, you know, was it winning a championship? You know, was winning a certain game. What was your biggest moment when you was at TCA?
To be honest, TCA is such a blur now because I've done so much.
Yeah.
But I think my most proud moment would be just seeing the city come out for the Trenton High games,
right? And
just like winning MVP for that game.
Yeah. And I don't think people understand, right? You know what I mean? Like when I was younger, she used to have the games packed more than the men games. Not even gonna lie to you, yo. She was the fan favorite. So
I was, huh? Right?
You was a fan favorite.
You know what my nickname was in high school?
What?
Stat sheet.
Stat sheet.
Yeah, that's my nickname.
Triple doubles, all that.
I just used to do everything.
Do everything, right?
Pass, rebound.
So that's kind of like what separated you than more other players when you got to South Carolina, right?
I think what separated me is that, like, off the court, I'm really smart, and I actually try to learn information. I don't walk in any room like I know everything. Even now, like, I'm about to learn from you and you. But I did extra work. Like, I studied the plays. I did repetitions. And to be honest, if I could go back, I would have maybe worked a little bit harder. Yeah. On the court, but the game was so easy that I never had to. And then when I got to college, I was like, oh shit, I gotta like get some extra shots up. But even in college, I never did it. So
That's dope.
I think I definitely have a God-given talent, and I want to be responsible with it in my platform.
Yeah. And that's dope, man. I mean, you definitely could see it, you know. I mean, so while we was watching, you know, even though it's a little snippet, he was watching the games.
Oh, yeah, I was just chilling.
Just chilling, yeah, just chilling. So, you know, it's
trying to get people involved so it's not just about me, you know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's what you say fan favorite is, man, definitely. So, what you could take from, you know, going to South Carolina, because I know going from environment from, you know, being in Jersey most of the time to be going to South Carolina, how was that transition from, you know, Jersey to...
It was tough, honestly. Like, I didn't realize it then, but I was, like, depressed. Like, I was like, what? I'm 13 hours away.
Homesick, right? Yeah.
Homesick. I didn't even know what homesick was because I never left Trenton before.
Yeah.
But every time I tried to leave, my mom was like, nah, you're going to stay. You're going to figure it out. I tried to transfer. My coaches wasn't having it. And I stayed. I just, like, trusted the process. And I think it correlates with real life or building a brand because you have this idea, you want people to support, and you want it to happen overnight, but you got to go through the struggle parts and the hardships to really appreciate this is what the reward is. So I stayed it and I persevered. And because of that, I learned, you know, I grew as a basketball player and as a person. And now it's like sad because people from here, they have opportunities to go to college, but even if they go to Mercer for a semester and drop out because they're not used to structure and discipline. So I definitely recommend college or like internships for people.
Yeah, so definitely, I mean, you can see that basically when you was uncomfortable, you made yourself comfortable.
It was horrible.
Right.
I was sick.
So, like, you know, that's good that hope somebody could take from this episode that, you know, it's good to be uncomfortable. It's good to be out your comfort zone and learning how to transition, actually get comfortable because everything is not easy, adversity, challenges, so that's dope that you can do that, you know, definitely. So,
yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, so, like, tell us about your book. You know, I know you have a book out. You know, tell us a little about it, you know, the title, the reason behind it, the purpose, and, you know, what are you trying to do as far as with the book?
With the book? Okay, so I just put out my first book. It's called From the Projects to Fan Favorite. And
what can you get it at? So you let them know.
It's on my website, www.thefanfavorite.net. You can buy it off Amazon, but just buy it from me so I can sign it for you. But I put it out September 10th, 2018. Yeah. And it's 16 chapters dedicated to Siani Kirkman, my little cousin who was actually murdered here in 2016.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
Yep. So I wanted to kind of keep her memory alive. She was going to turn 16, so I made 16 chapters. Just kind of like journaling my life from before I became fan favorite, before I became a Globe Trotter, before I went to Carolina. I was just a little girl from Trenton dealing with peer pressure and trying to figure out like life and who I wanted to be. And so the main themes are education, self-love, and decision-making. And I'm really proud of that because I could have wrote about basketball, but I feel like people could Google my basketball stuff. But to really talk about my hard times and when I was going through betrayals and confusion and things like that and how I got over it, it's all in the book. Maybe it's too much in the book, but it's out there already now.
Man, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Yo, that really is dope. And seriously, definitely check that book out, man. You know, it's definitely knowledge.
If I may add, we're doing a book tour. See you later, Mr. White. We're doing a book tour. I'm going to try to go to every college from now until November on the East Coast and invite the freshmen, even the seniors, in for a book conversation and talk about life, building a brand, life after college, saving credit, real estate, different things because we see celebrities do it, but they charge $50, $100 for a ticket. And you know, when you're in college, you ain't got no bread for real.
Especially, you know, you're struggling, you trying to make it happen.
You're trying to figure it out.
Right.
So my goal is to really not only connect with different college students, but actually be a mentor for them if they need me to. And really just like keep building, not just for myself, but for them too.
Wow. So let me ask you a question. Did you see yourself doing this at the age of 16? But actually, take it back. When you was about to start at TCA, before you started, how you thought you would be at this place in your life where you actually influencing like the young generation?
Honestly, I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because growing up, I used to like look up to Aaliyah and like Missy Elliott, Mary J. Blige, like just strong black women that. Like Missy Elliott, she was a singer, but she's also a songwriter and behind the scenes and a producer. And so I'm like, I want to be like her, where she could be a star and be on camera, but she's changing other people's life behind the scene too. And nobody gives her credit for that because, you know, she's not a new generation rapper, but I look up to her, and I just knew that whatever platform I had, I wanted to give back and help other people because I never had anybody help me. So.
Okay, so you're trying to be that mentor and trying to help other people because you didn't have that for you at that moment.
I'm trying to be who I needed when I was a little kid.
Right, and that's dope. That really is dope. So what is the next move for Lakeisha Sutton?
The next move for me is designing my sneaker, the official fan favorite signature shoe.
I'm copping.
I hope everybody cop.
Man.
So I'm gonna just throw this out here.
Yeah.
My plug in China said that I need 100 people to pre-order at $100. But I said, what if I get you 1,000 people to do it? That way they know we pretty serious because when you making shoes, it's very expensive.
Right.
But this is the cool part about having the fans do it with me. So I make my own shoe. Maybe you want to make a shoe. So now instead of acting like I don't know how to, you can just make your own shoe. So my plan is to be the manufacturer and the distributor.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
big things.
Big things. Big business, man. Definitely. I'm going to tell y'all right now, man. Definitely supporting somebody that you trying to put their own sneaker, man. I know y'all like the Nikes, Adidas. I got Jordans on whatever. But in the day, man, support people right now that's locally. And not even that. Support people that's something different, you know, trying to be different.
That's the thing. If it's different, they like...
Right. Man, get with the fan favorite team, man, definitely. But I don't want to say, man, it's an honor to have you, you know.
No, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Man, it was a dope event. What you did for the kids and much more, man. We greatly, you know, in honor, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
East Coast Magazine here with Lakeisha Sutton. And you already know what it is, fan favorite.
Fan favorite forever. Ramon behind the camera.
We're on the camera, and we out. Oh, shout out to the home team. Shout out to Devonna. Shout out to my boy Ramon. And shout out to my boy E from the home team. Let's get it.
Can I add one more thing?
Of course, go ahead.
You can edit this in there somewhere. Okay, so for my documentary, it's going to be called Made in Trenton. Okay. And we're actually going to screen it in the movie theater. We'll sell tickets, and we'll also have a free screening. So by selling tickets, corporations can see, okay, we can invest money here. This person has a following. And so if people buy a ticket, I can get more give backs and people to come invest, not in me, but other people as well. Okay. So I'm hoping people buy a ticket. It'll come with a t-shirt. Okay. Private event.
Yeah. Let's work. I need everybody from the whole area, Jersey, East Coast area to come through.
Everybody buy a ticket.
And go buy a ticket. I'm going to give you more information coming through. See y'all soon.